Let's build a house in the shape of the number 7, and each room will be a different 7 deadly sin.
I am part of the EA Creator Network, so some packs were gifted to me and some packs I've purchased myself.
Welcome back to the Numbers Challenge, an original series on my channel where you guys decide the rules, and the rule must somehow correspond to the number. We've already done episodes 1 to 6, so I'll leave the entire series playlist down below so you can catch up on all of the episodes thus far. But today we are doing the number 7, and it's going to be for the 7 deadly sins. If you guys aren't familiar with the 7 deadly sins, it's actually a really great anime. You should check it out. Just kidding, but not kidding. The 7 deadly sins might also be known as the capital vices or the cardinal sins, and they are pride, greed, envy, lust, wrath, sloth, and gluttony. The comment section in my last video was nearly unanimous in wanting this theme for the number 7, so with that being said, please leave your suggestions on what we should do for the number 8. There's only 2 episodes left. I'm kind of sad that this series is almost over, but please leave your suggestions down below on what series you want me to do next, or just what videos you want me to do in general. And with that being said, let's get sinning. I mean simming. I want to give a huge thank you to today's sponsor, Love and Pies, a free-to-download mobile game where you get to make pies and also find love, which in my opinion is a pretty enticing combination. In the game, you play as Amelia, who has moved to the countryside to take over her mom's cafe, except her mom is literally missing, and the cafe is burnt down. How are we supposed to find love in these conditions? Now it's up to us to create a thriving business by merging together ingredients to create delicious pies and other baked goods for our customers in order to fund the renovation of our cafe. Which is obviously my favorite part because you guys know that I love a good fixer-upper renovation, and there's a lot of different furniture and decor options to choose from. And of course we can't do this alone, which is why Joe is here to help us. Together you can solve the mystery of your missing mother and figure out the secrets of this small town. What is everybody hiding here? Because I don't know who to trust. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code to download Love and Pies for free on iOS and Android. You don't need to watch any ads with this game. It's just pure cozy gameplay with a little bit of drama and romance. I've gone ahead and done the floor plan already, so here is the front door, and you're gonna walk into kind of like the entryway and dining room area, and this is gonna be envy. In the bottom left-hand corner will be our kitchen, which will represent gluttony, and then our living room, which will represent sloth. In the top section, we'll have this very large bathroom, which will represent pride, a bedroom for lust, and this large walk-in closet slash office section for greed. For wrath, I'm actually gonna put it on the outside section right here. I think we'll do a large porch and do kind of like an outdoor gym. Let me know how you think this floor plan stacks up against the other numbers. I feel like this is a pretty efficient floor plan, but I guess we'll find out at the end of the video. So let's get started. As usual, let's start with the bedroom, and I think I want to go in right away with the heart bed. It's from the basement clutter kit. Obviously, it's not a functional bed, it's disassembled, so it'll be more like a decorative piece. It's too bad we don't have a functional heart bed because that would actually be perfect here. I'm sorting by the red and pink filter to see if I can find a bed with like heart bedspread or something. I'm low-key getting PTSD from the rainbow color challenge in the last episode. Maybe something modern like this one from the industrial loft kit, or even like this modern one from Get Famous. I might switch these 2 rooms actually and then open it up with a spandrel. It's a little bit squishy. Let's go for a slightly modern retro vibe with these tiled end tables and place down some romantic items like this singular rose and also this rose rug from the base game. Also the champagne bucket you get after a successful first date. I wonder if there are any heart paintings or love paintings. Oh, maybe this one called Simder. Look at the description. It says, romance simmers when using Simder, the hot new app for heated hookups. I mean, this is basically lust at its finest, is it not? Oh, and I just thought of something. Do we have like a petal rug or something we can use? Like, oh yeah, these ones from City Living. I think this would be perfect if we scattered them like literally everywhere. I don't think I've ever used these My Wedding Stories curtains. I'm gonna try and see if I can make them work today. I feel like they look kind of cute sized down, don't they? Okay, now it's time to go in with some pretty intense mood lighting. So I'm gonna place down these light strips first, and then I'm gonna go into live mode and change the color of them to like red or pink so it looks really like backlit. Why don't we try red first and see what that looks like? Oh yes, I feel like we can definitely make the red thing work. For wallpaper, we can either do something white so the red stands out, or it might be a better idea to like double down on the red and make it look ultra red like so. Where is that mini high school years neon sign? Because I'm pretty sure there is a heart swatch and I need to put it on top of the bed. Yes, this is so cute. I actually love it. Let's put down some candles to create more of a romantic vibe and just to add some more lighting. Hypothetically in The Sims, would it be safe to put these candles on top of the bed frame here? Like, obviously not in real life, but this is The Sims we're talking about. The candles maybe are making it feel a little creepy. A little cult-like perhaps, but you know what? Let's just go all out. I'm curious to know what level of realism you guys are actually down for in the game. Like, for example, we've put candles all over this room and in sketchy places, but nothing's gonna actually catch on fire in the game. But I'm wondering, would you guys actually want that level of realism where things could catch on fire? Okay, I've resorted to going to debug so I can get some of these potions. This is the Essence of Flirtation. Let's just grab this random base game shelf and display the flirty drinks on here. And that's gonna be it for our romantic lust bedroom filled with a lot of flirty items. I think we're off to a pretty good start, you guys, especially since this room was pretty small. We were able to fit in a ton of items that still fit the theme. So let's now move on to our greed closet or greed office. I'm not sure what it's gonna be yet. I'm just gonna start by putting down a bunch of like really obnoxiously expensive items like these gold bars, for example, also this gold fruit bowl. Basically just a bunch of items that are an unnecessarily large display of wealth. Lol, should I include this stolen ATM machine as well? Or that's not really greed, is it? It's like thievery. But I guess thievery is kind of a form of greed, right? Like, you already have a bunch of solid gold bars. What do you need an ATM for? Let's go in with these big closet displays from the Get Famous pack. Just put like, I don't know, like 3 racks of shoes. Literally nobody in the world needs that many pairs of shoes, so it's gotta be greed. And the tacky display of this stolen ATM right next to these extravagant shoe closets is really funny to me. Just going in and stacking up a bunch of these gold bars. That looks so extra. I absolutely love it. For wallpaper, we must go in with this Get Famous one. It's called Veins of Gold Marble Walls. It doesn't get any more extra than that. I guess the hard part is trying to actually kind of make it look good. Okay, I think this is the best option. The orangey yellow gold really makes like my eyes twitch. I really hate it, but I think the tackier the better in my opinion. Let's just go in with an overhead light, a rug on the floor, maybe something on the wall, and we'll be all done with this room. I chose this high school year chandelier and this gold Modern Luxe kit rug, size down. Now for our artwork on the wall, I think the best option would be to literally just scroll to the very bottom and pick the most expensive piece of art. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this one at the end. 8,000 simoleons for the space game painting. They definitely just picked this piece of art, not because they actually liked the art, but because it was expensive. They just wanted to make sure nobody else could have it but them. I'm actually gonna override some of these shoe slots with more gold bars. I just feel like we need to be even more greedy here. The first huge stack of gold just isn't enough. I want more! More gold! More money! More richer! Millions and billions and billions and billions of gold bars. Ah, that's better. That really makes me feel a lot better. Hopefully we don't run out of money. I should probably try and get some more. And here's our greed closet all done. Perfect for storing your excessive amounts of shoes, but also all of your gold bars. And it's also a good place to hide your stolen ATM because more is always more. Although this room is clearly very hyperbolic, it actually looks kind of cute, especially next to this romantic bedroom. And imagine if you have someone over and they have to walk through this closet full of gold bars to get to your bedroom. Oh my gosh, that's messed up. Okay, next up we have the bathroom, which is going to be Pride. And the Pride sim basically just means having an extreme excess amount of confidence and arrogance, basically. I think the best way to portray this, and a lot of you guys did suggest this in the comments, it's to put a bunch of mirrors everywhere throughout a room. I feel like Pride could also be like borderline narcissism as well, like you're just very obsessed with yourself. Maybe it goes hand in hand with like entitlement as well, like you feel like like the rules don't apply to you. I just made a little walk-in shower moment over here with the snowy escape shower and the mosquito dividers. Now on this side, I do want to make sure I include a vanity table as well. Perhaps this one from the Modern Luxe kit, and I love every single swatch that comes in the Modern Luxe kit. I truly think they did such a great job with this kit. Maybe pairing it with this modern chair from Get to Work, that's kind of a cool combo. And then we'll just go in with our essentials like a toilet and sink.
I just went in with these Dream Home Decorator counters and this wallpaper from Spa Day and these towels from Dine Out.
I'm obsessed with these towels, you guys. I've been using them so often. I want to keep as many mirrors as possible, but it would be nice if we could add in some natural light. So maybe I can create a similar design with this wainscoting from the Decor to the Max kit and then add some eco lifestyle windows behind it. Maybe I can just bring this all the way across to make sure it looks consistent. I'm just going to clutter up the surfaces with tons of makeup and tons of beauty products, and I'll be right back. And here's the bathroom all cluttered up. I used a good combination of base game items, also a lot of items from the bathroom clutter kit. I also went in with this light fixture and rug from the Fitness Stuff Pack and these bath towels also from the bathroom clutter kit. Now for the final finishing touch for Pride, I think it's mandatory that we put a large trophy wall in the bathroom. Like, it would just be so odd and uncalled for to display your trophies in the bathroom for all your guests to see. We should even display like the bronze medal ones as well. Like, you didn't even get first place. Why are you displaying it in the bathroom? Not that there's anything wrong with displaying your trophies, by the way. It's just like, why put them in the bathroom? Like, why do you think people care? This toilet trophy, by the way, is amazing. This one actually makes sense. I'm also gonna put a few of these empty picture frames from the Mosquito pack. I imagine this person would just display actual photos of themselves in these photo frames, just like some selfies or something. And here's our arrogant Pride bathroom all done, filled with a bunch of unimportant trophies, an excessive amount of mirrors, a ton of beauty products to make sure you look perfect all of the time. 7 deadly sins aside, I actually kind of like this bathroom. Like, it's so luxurious and bright. This is probably one of the more realistic looking rooms as well. Like, I don't doubt that a lot of people actually do have this many products in their bathroom. I wouldn't really mind having a bathroom like this. The only thing is I would not want that many mirrors in the shower area. I want, like, you know, 0 mirrors, to be fair. But please let me know what you guys think of this bathroom. Do you think I captured the theme well? Does it look too ordinary? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And with that being said, let's move on to the next room. I'm gonna skip over to the kitchen so we can work on Gluttony. And Gluttony is kind of similar to Greed, but it's more in the food sense. Just like eating and taking more food than the necessary quantity. I feel like the best way for me to represent this would be to display just a superfluous amounts of food, like on the shelves and the counters. I don't want it to look too similar to the 5 Senses build where we had the sense of taste and I put like a bunch of food everywhere. So I think I need to be really intentional with the food items I do place. For the 5 Senses build, I was trying to incorporate as many flavors and tastes as possible in the kitchen. But for this build, it needs to look more like greedy and excessive. For example, these desserts, it's not enough to just put 1. I have to put like 3 trays of these desserts, like way more than the average person should need. And here's what I have for the Gluttony kitchen. You can see that I used a lot of items multiple times to try and like hit home that idea of excess and too much. These cereal boxes are from the Outdoor Retreat pack. These fruit spreads are from Home Chef Hustle. Everything else is pretty much from the base game. These tins are from the Country Kitchen kit. We can go in with one of these egg rugs in the kitchen. It's from the High School Years pack and it's honestly really cute, like I can't lie. I think it's a good representation of truly how much this person thinks about and loves food. But let me know what you guys think of our Gluttony kitchen. I actually think this is a gorgeous kitchen. Like, it is quite small, only like 9 tiles total, but I would totally live in this kitchen. But let's now move on to the Sloth living room, which is connected to the kitchen here. It's actually not a very big space at all. And the Sloth sin is exactly as it sounds. It's basically somebody who is very like lazy. They don't want to work, they lack motivation. I'm just picturing a big comfy couch where you can sloth around all day. Some people call it sinning, I call it relaxation. I hope you guys aren't tired of me using this one from the Book Nook kit. I literally use it like every single build at this point. I'm just overlapping the couches in the corner here to create a large sectional. That looks very comfy. Of course, we gotta go in with our fluffy rug from the City Living pack. With a living room as cozy as this, it's kind of hard not to be a sloth, you know what I mean? We need to properly portray the essence of laziness in this room, and I think the best way to do that is to scatter a bunch of clutter all over the floor, like laundry and just like garbage, I guess. Like they haven't done chores in literally months. Let's go in with this newspaper garbage all over the floor. Oh no, our cozy living room. It's ruined. These food scraps from City Living. Oh my gosh, this is kind of nasty. Also these dirty mugs from the Everyday Clutter Kit. Dirty cups and mugs is definitely one of my weaknesses. Back when I worked at an office, I used to always leave my dirty coffee cup at my desk overnight, and then I'd come in the morning and be like, luckily we had a dishwasher, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was always the worst when you would leave your cup on a Friday and then you'd come in on Monday and it would look extra nasty. I think at one point I had like 3 to 4 dirty coffee mugs sitting at my desk for a long time. Luckily, I don't work there anymore, so nobody has to deal with my dirty coffee mugs and sloth-like tendencies. I never said I was perfect, okay? Okay, so this room has taken a turn for the absolute worst. I'm getting flashbacks to me saying I like my builds to still look pretty even when I do these challenges, and now I'm looking at this. A quick 10-minute tidy and this will be pristine again. This is definitely one of the more transparent and obvious displays of the theme, and honestly I'm not mad at it. It's kind of fun. Is this painting here not a picture of a sloth? Because it's called I Otter Be a Star Pop, but doesn't that look more like a sloth than an otter? Like this one's clearly a llama. This one, is that one a sloth? That looks like a yeti. I am genuinely convinced that this looks like a sloth and not an otter. Like, I would know, I'm Canadian. That's not an otter. That's a sloth, right? Comment down below what animal you think this is, and also, what is this animal? I'm pretty sure that's a yeti. I'm like 99% sure. Wait, are yetis real animals? Or are they fake like unicorns? Guys, I'm overthinking it. I don't know. See, this is why I couldn't become a doctor in real life. I couldn't pass high school science. Okay, that's a little dramatic. I obviously passed. I just didn't get like a A in it. Fun fact about Dr. Ashley, aka me, I was really good at school. I got really good grades. I was on the honor roll list in elementary and high school, and I graduated university with honors as well. And with all of that being said, I don't know the difference between a sloth and an otter. So our final indoor room is going to be our dining room, which will be envy. And I specifically want to make sure I paint the walls green so it can represent being green with envy. Pretty sure that's how the saying goes. It is a little bit weird to walk into your home and be right in the dining room, but that's just how the floor plan worked out today. You know, you can't win them all. You win some, you lose some. It is what it is. And the envy sin basically just means jealousy. When you want something that somebody else has, it can be like a material object, but it could also be like you being bitter about somebody else's success. I think these article displays from City Living could be a good representation of this. You have to maybe imagine that this is somebody else being featured in a magazine, and this person is very jealous of that. I do think envy and like inspiration are two sides of the same coin though. Like you can be jealous of someone and want what they have, but also use that as a source of motivation for yourself. I guess that would be classified as something different though, because envy means you're jealous of them and you're kind of bitter about it, like you're not happy for them. So I guess the lesson is it's okay to be jealous of someone as long as you can still be happy for them. I decided to type in envy into the search bar just to see what would come up, and we do have one result. It's from Get to Work, and it's called the Buns of Envy decal. These buns are simply stuffed with envy. Don't let their fluffy outer shell fool you, or it might be too late. I'm not really sure how this has anything to do with envy, but because it's in the name, why don't we include it as our artwork piece? But that's gonna be it for our green with envy dining room. Let me know what you guys think of this room. Do you think I portrayed the theme well enough, or are there objects I missed that could have gone well with this envy theme? Moving on to the front porch area, and this is gonna be our 7th and final sin, which is wrath. I'm just gonna fence off a porch with this get-together glass railing and then raise this up on a small foundation. And as you can tell by the name, the Wrath Sin represents anger, but it doesn't mean like justified anger. It's anger towards an innocent person, or anger that is like so extreme that it has lasting effects. I saw a lot of suggestions saying I should place a punching bag for the Wrath Sin so they can, you know, take out their anger on it. I think it would also be kind of ironic if I included a yoga mat on the front porch here to like calm them down, but they obviously just don't use it. Clearly, they're just so angry all the time. I don't know what to do. On the walls, I'm gonna put a bunch of these werewolf markings as if they, you know, had a bad day and took it out on the wall or something. And place down some of these broken mirrors. They clearly, you know, had a field day with these as well. Definitely a little bit of a red flag here. And with that being said, that's gonna be it for every room is a different 7 deadly sin. I think this one actually turned out pretty well. Like, I did over dramatize things in some areas, but overall the theme is still quite subtle and the build as a whole still looks pretty to me. As for my favorite rooms, I think the bedroom is definitely one of my favorites just because it's so like vibey, and then the bathroom is also one of my favorites because it is something that I'd probably want in real life. Luckily, the number 7 has no curved walls, so there will be no octagonal roof pieces or just weird sections, hopefully. Let's grab this diagonal gabled roof and go along the length of the 7. My go-to is always just to use as many gabled roofs as possible, and then if it doesn't work the first time, then I'll start using other roof shapes. But the default is to just always use gabled if you can. I've been so discouraged lately doing the roofing for all of the other numbers with curved walls that I started to second guess my roofing skills, you guys. I don't really know how to portray the 7 deadly sins on the exterior necessarily. I might try and hint at certain aspects or reuse some items on the exterior, but for the most part, I think I'm just gonna make the exterior like normal looking. I'll try and do a green roof to represent like green with envy, I guess. I'll put my garbage can out front here and then surround it with a bunch of garbage to represent Sloth. Yeah, that's gross. I would be really mad if that was my neighbor. For lust, we can do a little petal walkway going up to the front door. Maybe put a few of these candles as well, as if you're trying to like seduce them on the way to the front door. I just went in with some finishing touches on the exterior, like adding some more of these vines as well as these get-together pipes. I also changed everything to white, like the foundation and the steps. I think it just looks a lot brighter this way. And then to match the petal walkway, I went in with these base game pink flower boxes around the entire build. If we wanted to, just for fun, we can finish off with this weeping cherry tree. It actually does contribute to romantic decor, so it does kind of fit in with lust. But with that being said, that's going to be it for our 7 deadly sins, 7 shaped home. I think this was a really fun one to do, and each deadly sin did have like a logical room attached to it, which I like. I'm really happy with how each room turned out, and even though I went a little bit more dramatic for some rooms, it still overall does look like a classic Dr. Ashley build in my opinion. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel and I greatly appreciate it. And leave your comments down below on what rules we should do for the number 8. Also, before you go, don't forget to check out Love and Pies. It will seriously become your new favorite mobile game. Click the link in my description or scan the QR code to download it for free today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you guys next week. And as usual, I hope you guys all have a very, very, very above average day. Love you.